the lights and standing. I got one joke. So basically, it's not a joke, it's a sad story, because my wife left me with my best friend. And so now I really miss him. Yeah, and that's all the jokes there will be, so I'm sorry for that. Today's talk is going to be about marketing for developers. And that's a topic I think that is not really that much covered during this kind of events. The first question I want to give you is how many of you have done anything with marketing? That's a reasonable amount. Okay. I hope that there will be a lot of valuable content for you. So my story is basically that 3 years ago, I have switched from being a developer into being a co-founder of a company that does software, that own products, and also I do trainings. And for all of these things, I have to do either marketing or sales, and I had to learn all of it the hard way. So now I want to share this knowledge with fellow developers who are basically at the place when I was 3 years ago. The idea is that for developers, developers see kind of differently marketing than the rest of the people. Like marketers see themselves like a madman, and the developers see them more like this. So we do the stuff and they just do the monkey things. But the truth is that it's really, really hard to sell the product if you don't do marketing. Probably you know the story. You wake up one day and you get like, yeah, I have an idea. I will take this API, I will put it in the app, and that's all. I will have a lot of money. And the problem is that, of course, there are stories like Flappy Bird, which was like overnight success and basically was having thousands of dollars every day. But the truth about this is that there is a thing called survivor bias, which basically makes you think that the success comes all the way because all that you heard is about success. You don't hear about these failures. And the truth is that only 0.01% of apps that are created will be a financial success. So most probably your app won't be a success if you don't do proper preparation and then proper things with marketing and sales just to make money of it. So let's talk about programmers' approach to product. Do you know these guys, those guys? Yeah, those are South Park gnomes, and they have a really good business plan. Phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, and phase 3, profit. So basically, that's exactly the approach of average developer who have developed the app and make profit. But this really don't work. And do you want to know the ultimate marketing trick? It's basically doing things that people want. So they just go to you and you have to just show them the app and they will pay for it. And the hard thing is that you have to know what they want and not what you can develop today. So if you have like, I got this idea, it probably will be super famous and I will use this API and this data from this. But most of the time it's better to use a proven approach. So we can do it like this. 1, do research before you code. Not you start coding and then you think how to make money of the app or what exactly I'm going to do. So after that, code as little as possible. I know this goes not for you, not as you would expect, but let's hold the coding till the very end. If you have something that you have done, you know what you want to do, you have something, then you go to your clients and you show it to them and you wait for them to reply. Are they interested? Are they going to pay? If yes, if you have a clear signals that they're going to pay for the things that you're planning to spend hundreds and thousands of hours, then you can start doing and then launch it to the public. Also, it's not that you just launch it on your Google Play account and it's okay and will be a profit. Then basically the work starts again. You have to promote it. And then there's profit. Okay, so let's talk about all of those points. So first of all, who are you trying to help? Because it's much, much easier to sell if you're trying to help someone. Because if you're trying to help someone with a thing that is really a pain for them, then probably they're going to pay for that. So you have to know your perfect audience. You have to know who they are, what kind of problems they have, and where you can find them. So basically, if you know, I don't know, you do an application for members of gym or for trainers, then if you know where are the groups, Facebook groups, forums, or events where the trainers arrive, then you can easily promote it on those venues. If you know your group, then probably you should define a persona. Okay, I created this presentation for a guy named Adam. This is a guy from stock, of course, but he is, let's say, a real person. So I gave him a name, I gave him occupation, I gave him hobbies, I gave him problems that he has in everyday life. So every time I have to think about how my customer will do something or where will he go, then I can ask what Adam will do, and then I know. Basically, start with at most 3 to 5 people, because if you're trying to create more than 3-5 personas, then probably your target group is too wide. So probably you're trying to be next Facebook, and that doesn't work most of the time. You can get data about your clients or your personas from different places. If you have some kind of data like analytics about a similar group, then it's perfect. But otherwise, you have to get some data from reports, from just asking people. You can find a lot of definitions of personas, a lot of books about creating personas. So you basically create this kind of document when you give it a photo, so it looks like a person to you, and you try to get as much data about this person as possible. Second thing, when you know who you're trying to get to, is checking if there is competition. If there is no competition, most probably it is a bad thing. Of course, we're trying to do like, oh, I have found the perfect idea, no one has done it, so I'm gonna be first and I'm gonna rock the market. Most probably not. Not at this point. It's not the moment when you can think about a new product or new app that haven't been done in any way, anywhere. Because now there is more than, I think, 2 million apps on Google Play and a lot of apps on App Store. So getting, if you see that there is a lot of competition, it means that there is also a lot of money in there. Like dating apps, that's a huge market, and still I receive every once in a while a proposal for creating a dating apps. So we have to analyze it. Okay, then you try to analyze, are people searching within Google for that kind of problem? So you can go to Keyword Planner. That's a free tool from Google. It's basically a part of AdWords, and see how many queries for a search term has been done during the last month, for example. And you can see that, for example, there is a lot of queries about app for a fitness trainer. And that means there is a demand. But also you will see that there is high competition for that. So maybe if you don't have a budget and you don't have an idea how to promote or how to make it distinct, then not try to going into a very high volume field. Okay, other thing is trends. So if you're trying to get into the trend, especially trying to get ahead of a trend and create something that will be popular in a month or a year, then Google Trends is a good idea. And also, if you are very specific, you can use tools like Market Samurai. Those are basically a keyword planner on steroids. So it gives you a really specific information about searches in Google. Okay, and if you have all of the data that you could collect it using the basically Google, then you should get out of the building and go to your customer. Because you can also do some surveys, but a lot of people lie in the surveys because they don't feel any kind of obligation, so they just put, yeah, I'm training every day, like 3 hours a day. So you can do interviews. And interviews are a really good idea because, first of all, you speak with a real person that's most probably a part of your target group, and you ask them, what was the last time you had this problem? Was it hard for you? Why was it hard? Do you have a specific way to handle it? Maybe the problem that you're thinking of is already solved. And if it's not solved in a perfect way, what could be a perfect solution for that? If you can find some problems which people have really struggling with, and you can find a better solution than existing one, this is a good indication of a product you should focus on. Okay, so you have the idea, you know who you're targeting, you know what are the pains, what is probably the solution. You have a small idea what you want to do. At this point, you don't start to code as much as you would like to, if you're a developer, of course. You start with MVP, and I don't mean Model View Presenter, though it's a good idea to use it. It's minimal viable product. It's a minimal thing you can create just to check if the idea you have will be something that the clients will be willing to pay, or will be willing to use at least. So invest as little as possible to create this MVP. Show it to people and check if anyone is interested. And if so, try to do it. We have learned it hard way. Basically, at some point, we wanted to do a portfolio item for us. So we thought, Kickstarter doesn't have an Android app. We will do like a small Kickstarter app. So we just did some material design things. We have looked into their API and created an app called well, it was Kickstarter and Android, at least. We did a Medium post, and we get some attention. And after like 2 days, there was an email in my inbox from the VP of engineering at Kickstarter. And they say, okay, we love that you're trying to do this thing, but unfortunately, you cannot do it. So that was, we could have just done the Medium post, and it would be as efficient. But okay, we're in the startup world, so we have pivoted. And basically, we have created an open source version, which doesn't say anywhere Kickstarter. It's called Kick Material. And it's a really nice looking project that shows some of our skills. It now has like 1,400 stars on GitHub. But the MVP can be a very simple version of your app, but also it can be, for example, a video. That's the thing that Dropbox is famous for. They have, after they have created a small project, they have created a video which was explaining how the Kickstarter works without showing the, how the Dropbox works, without showing the Dropbox at all. It's basically just putting your things into a box, and then in the other box you take it out. It gets them a lot of attention and a lot of signups. That's why the idea. Our whole Kickstarter thing is basically this. So every project on Kickstarter starts with a video. You can start with something called Wizard of Oz, and that's basically an idea. You create a website and you pretend that you have the product. If there is something hard about the product, you fake it. So in an example of Zappos, they created a website, they showed the shoes, but when someone ordered it, they go to the store and just bought it from the store and send it. So basically they knew that the people are willing to buy shoes online, and then they could build like warehouses and everything related to that. And also there is this idea of landing page, which is really common. Because a landing page is basically the easiest thing you can do. So you create a page that has one specific goal. It shows what your product is, and it gives one action to do. You take some traffic, you put it onto your website and see if the people are interested after seeing only the landing page. You collect emails or some kind of like sign up or payment if you are that good. But creating a good landing page is a science. There is a lot of tinkering, like what names use, what copy use, how to place buttons, what should be there, and all of that. And there is a lot of knowledge about that in the field on the web. For example, we have created a website for Zakupy. That's one of our projects. It's basically gathering promotions from different sites. And basically, we started with a website and a button. And if someone clicked it, we knew that the people are interested into downloading it, without even creating the whole app. Okay, so how to create a landing page? Of course, you can code it, but I don't recommend it because there is a lot of tools like lead pages, Landingy, and a lot of them. You can buy ready templates on ThemeForest and different kinds of sites. There is a lot of stores for that. Or you can even get free templates from things like lead pages when they send a really good quality templates for free. You just have to save your email there. And also you can, of course, code it, but only if you have to. If you cannot find anything that is as good as you would like to, because I would like to say that coding should be at the very end. So it is a thing, it is something that we tend to go into without thinking about the hard part, what about the marketing, the sales. So if you have a possibility of coding, then you will start to code and not doing the business thing. So can we start coding now that we have done all of it? No. Marketing goes first. So now, when you have this small thing that you can show to people, then go and show it to people. You know who to show it, where to show it, because you know where those people go. So how to get traffic to our MVP website or landing page or video or whatever? Of course, you can get started with paid media, and that's an alternative which is pretty easy because you can start, if you have a budget of like $100 or I don't know, $10 per day, you can get a pretty decent traffic. It depends, of course, on the what you are targeting or who you're targeting. And you can use AdWords if you know that the people are searching for the term, so if you have seen that people are searching for fitness trainers, then you can use Google. If you don't know what they are exactly searching for, or you know only who they are, but not what the exact phrase would be, then you can use Facebook ads. At Facebook, you can target specific groups and show only to people who liked this page, but not this page. And this gives you a great opportunity. Also, you can target by demographics. So you can say, I want a female between 18 and 35 who does like, I don't know, some clothing brand, for example. And also, if you get traffic from sources like paid media, then most probably you want to use retargeting. It's basically the thing when you get marked as a person who has visited the page, and then you know that, and basically then you can show only to those people. So if you were once on a booking.com website, then most probably you will see commercial ads for hotels everywhere. Because you're marked, you just get a cookie and then you're targeted. Okay, the other way of getting traffic is SEO, but it's not the SEO like 5 years ago. Now a lot of have changed because Google have introduced Penguin and Panda updates. And they basically remove all of those crappy websites which were just created to make links and pump up the results. Now it's more about getting a good quality website which is having a good links inside, good headers and everything of that. And then getting a good content. And now content is a best way to get customers, to get like customers flowing all the time. The problem is it takes a long time. You have to be committed into spending hours and hours and days into creating content, promoting it, and then collecting the traffic. And also, if you create enough content, you will get into the area of long tail. Long tail is basically things like, this is from my website, and for example, I got some traffic from things like Universal Image Loader Cache. I wrote some article about it, and now different really like long strings that people type into Google lead them to me, to my website. Okay, so how to do this content thing? You have to create some content, promote it, and then promote it some more. It's really important to not just create a content and just leave it on your website, but show it to every kind of social media you have, send it to your people who you know, and try to get as much attention, and also do it few times. If you post just one on Twitter, it will be like 3 minutes later, it will be gone, basically. No one will get it. So you post few times a day, and then there is a possibility that different people will see it. Okay, so first of all, create content for your clients. Not the things you know, but the things that the client wants. So for example, this is an example of my friend's SAS SaaS product, which is basically targeted at languages schools, and he creates things that are useful for the people in language schools. Also, Realm is a great example. I have spoken yesterday with guys from Realm, and they are doing a lot of things in their office just to create and promote the things which are the content which is useful to you, to developers, because you are basically the customers. So they don't really mind about Android and iOS that much, as for they know that you mind, so they put all the content there. Okay, there's blogging. Blogging is now really like famous, and everyone should be blogging. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of, because it builds authority. It says that you are the expert. as the keynote at the first day said. It attracts an audience which is also engaged. So you didn't have, it's like not like just people getting into a website and just bouncing off. Those are people who get there because they see the content and they, oh, I like this guy because he writes interesting stuff, and then maybe I'll buy some of his product. Or I like the company because they produce interesting stuff. And also it attracts links. If you have like top 10 Android tools, then most probably different people will be linking to your website. That's just an example. And also it gives you an SEO juice. Okay. Also, if you have a blog, then a great idea, or a video, or YouTube, or whatever, then it is a good idea to reach to the people who are in the same niche, like you, and to talk to them like, I will create a content for you, and you will publish it, and you will give a link back to my website. This is a really common thing. On blogging, in YouTube, you see a lot of cooperation between channels because they, okay, today we are doing with this channel, subscribe them, and things like that. It is a win-win because the person who is publishing the post is getting a free content, and that's always a good thing. And also, it is a good thing to create, for example, a landing page. So if you have created a link, then let this link lead to your special website for people from that website. So, hello from this blog. I hope you liked my article. This is more that you can see about this topic. That's perfect conversion. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so if you want to write anything, then most probably you get into copywriting, and copywriting is an art. Basically, it is from the beginning of the last century. There is this idea of AIDA, or maybe, who knows AIDA? Okay. Like 5 people, but that's okay. AIDA is a very simple principle. You create a content based on some structure. It is an attention, so you have to get the attention, interest, desire, and then give some action. Let's show you an example. This is a perfect ad for AIDA. You get the save thousands on your next car. This is an attention. So this gives you, like you're scrolling and there is save thousands on your new car. Then you get some data which builds interest. Then our sale is only on this bank holiday weekend. This gives you desire. I wanna do something about it. And then you give action. So you show how you can do it. In this case, visit this website or call this number. It is a very simple structure used in a lot of different ads throughout like last 100 years. And also the headlines. Those are the most important thing. If you're creating a blog post, a lot of time, if it's on like Product Hunt, Hacker News or whatever, the headline is the only thing you got. If you get a good headline, then most probably someone will click. Otherwise, it's a no-go. So there is a proven list of kinds of headlines you can use. Basically, there are templates, and you have seen a lot of them in different places. Let's say how to write a killer headline and scale your product, or 7 examples of headlines that sell. You can do anything like 7 examples of anything. Why some headlines get you to read more? Or do you like the 6 mistakes? Do you make the 6 mistakes in your headline? And you're thinking, do I? What are the 6 mistakes? Maybe I make them. And I click them. 82% of readers don't check in the data in headlines, but they look good. Okay, of course it's better if they're real, but not always. And the lazy programmer's way to write headline. That's the someone's who's famous way of doing something. That's also a proven way. And if you look at any women's magazine, and not only women's, now also a men's magazine, there is a lot of those templates used everywhere, like 50 ways to seduce a man, or Olivia Wilde. This is like 6 choices that will make you happier, for example. Those are templates, and you know that those guys have to, or girls have to do it right, because there is basically, the cover is only that they have to get a client. Okay, and the other thing, when you get the traffic on your website, it's really easy that the person will, okay, read it, and then don't do any action about it, or just leave it. So you have to try to get there to a relationship. And best way to get this kind of relationships is either doing like Facebook thing, but now no one sees what you publish on Facebook anymore because you have to pay. And the list, the email list, is basically the best way. So you create a list of mails when the people have to leave their mail, and then you contact them with some additional information. And always remember to use providers which require double opt-in, which means that you leave the mail, and then you send the mail to a person, and then he has to confirm. It's required by law. There are a lot of different providers, and differ by price, by what they give you. But okay, how to get the mails? How to force people to leave their email on the website? There are proven ways, like a newsletter. So you just collect a mail, and then you send some information, like every week or something like that. And this is a really good idea. Who use Android Weekly? Yeah, and the other ones should use it. Because it's really good, like sum up of everything that's going on in the Android community. And also there was like this book, Marketing for Developers, which was basically like an idea for me to create this presentation. The guy who created it had collected mails, and then sent people information, what is about to get into the book, how do you like, some snippets. And basically when he launched the book, he already got a list of customers. He sent the mail to the list with, okay, today the book is 50% off, and basically he got this spike in sales on the first day. And that's a really good way. So you create a community of people who are waiting for your product, and not you have to force feed them with a product. Okay, so the other way to get people to leave an email is to create something called autoresponder. It's basically that they automatically leave their email, and like in 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, whatever, they get some bits of information. You don't have to write the mail. Well, you have to do it once, and then just specify the days when it will be sent. And basically, this is perfect for doing like courses, like teaching something. And I've used it in something called Mobile Academy. It's basically a small course video course about creating a good mobile product. If you're a client of like our agency. And that's also a good example of getting the content, not that you want to produce, but that your clients need to see and educate them. The other way is to create something called lead magnet. It's basically you exchange an email for something, let's say physical, like a PDF, video, whatever. And also I have tested it. I have created like an ebook that looks like it is a real thing, but it's just a graphic. And then there was like 50 pages of useful tools for Android developers. And that's for my basically a website when I do trainings. So people who are interested into tools for Android developers are most probably also interested into getting trainings about Android. And webinars. This is also a very good way. People like to attend webinars. There is also time at the end to sell something, and a lot of people do it. I'm not so much into webinars yet, but most probably I will do it. Amy Potterfield is like a celebrity in a webinar space and also in Facebook space. She does a lot of it, and at the end of this webinar, she sells all of her courses and trainings and like things like that. Okay, so now you have the emails and also attention of your customers. Now you can test whether your idea or your small product is going to work. And don't try to test to guess it. Try to test it. So you get some clients, you show them the MVP, you get the feedback, and also you can do A/B testing. So basically you show them, a part of them you show one version, a part of them you show the other version, and you check which one is getting better responses. But the ultimate version of validating your idea is pre-sale. So if you are able to get any money before you have created something bigger or the whole product, so just you have created a landing page or a demo or something very small, then it makes perfect sense to just get to creating this kind of product. And it is an example. There was this product called Clinic Rise, and they basically did a software for medical people, and they have raised $35,000 before they have done anything. Like they got the idea, maybe the landing page, and they got to the people showing them the idea, what they will do, and they basically paid for development before they started. And also, you should analyze and measure the things that the people are doing on your website. You can use Google Search Console to see what kind of traffic is going to your website, so how people are searching for your website. You can, of course, use any kinds of Google Analytics, Mixpanel, all of that to see what kind of places are clicking, how long they are staying. You can use heat maps to see where they are clicking, like physically, they're clicking at this button and this button, but not on this button. Like this is 50 clicks, this is 2 clicks. And also you can use things like URL shorteners, like Bitly, to just see how many people have downloaded your files or clicked your links from different sources. So when you create it, you can launch it. For apps, it's basically getting some attention at the very beginning, because otherwise it is a problem. You can create something called press release. So it's basically a pack of information for people who can write about it. Prepare everything, like screenshots, basically things that they can copy-paste into their website and make it as their own article, because that's how a lot of pages work. They just copy-paste the press releases and pretend they are articles. And then you use cold emails. So you try to find people who can write about it and write to them directly. I recommend that you find people by name, by personal name, not send like contact at something, but John at something. And you can use tools like Reportive to find people in LinkedIn. So if they use this email in LinkedIn profile, then this is a plugin for Gmail, and you just type the name and you see if the person is on this email. Or Hunter.io, which is like a step ahead, and it basically crawls the web and find an email template. So you know that at this company they use first name dot last name as a template. So you basically just take the data of the guy and you create a mail and then you send it to him, and you build relationship. You don't try to like first time sell. You try to say, I liked your article about that. You may be interested into this because I have created something like that. And also there is this product video, which can be costly, but you can also use templates. And I have a great case. Who have seen the Dollar Shave Club? Okay, that will be something interesting.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu.
And then can be profit. If you do a lot of this marketing, tedious tasks of getting people to go to your page, to get interest, you know what they exactly want, and build it and promote it, then you can get profit. The idea for the video, they have a lot of those kind of video. You can Google the Dollar Shave Club. They have some interesting ones. They were acquired by Unilever for $1 billion last year, based on basically those videos and a lot of traffic that they get through that. Okay, and that's all. Thank you for your attention. If there are any questions, I have now some time, and then I'll be for like 2 hours after the presentation. You can talk to me on whatever ideas you have. Thank you.